Sometimes you might want to work on your programs when you don't have access to an Arduino and the tutorial shield. Either you're at home or indeed you haven't got a tutorial shield. Well, not to worry. We've created a virtual copy of the tutorial shield in a piece of software called 123D Circuit. If you search for it online, it's the piece of software from Autodesk called 123D Circuit. And if you click Launch 123D Circuits online, that will take you to their website. Once you're there, if you search for Rokerson, you will see there is a user called Rokerson. And that user has created a number of projects, one of which is the tutorial shield on breadboard. If you click on this, it will take you to my copy of the tutorial shield created in this piece of software. It might take a little while to load as the servers are a little bit slow, but don't worry. Once it does load up, you should see here's our Arduino Uno, and here is a breadboard with almost all of the components from our tutorial shield. It is missing the digital temperature sensor, but we won't be using that until much later in the course, so this should be fine for all of the early work. You'll see that it even has the LEDs in the correct color sequence. In order to be able to do anything useful with this, however, I'm going to need to save my own copy of it. In order to do that, I'm going to need to sign up for an account or sign in if I've already created an account. And if I sign in here with my school email, and my password, in order to be able to do anything useful with this design, however, we're going to need to create our own copy of it. To do that, we'll either need to sign up for a new account, or if we already have an account, we can sign in. I'm going to sign in now with my school email address. And my password. And now if I scroll down on the page, I should see a button that says Duplicate Project. That will allow me to create my own copy of the program and the breadboard design so that I can change the code and test out my designs. So if I duplicate the project, I'm then going to show you how I write the code. If I click on Code Editor here, a little window will appear and it will allow me to type an Arduino program. You can see there's our setup section and our loop section. And you'll actually see that the default program that I've given you for this project is the Blink program that we made at the start of this course. There's our set a pin to be an output, and there's our turn the LED on and off with 1 second delays in between. If I click Upload and Run, and then hide this code editor, or indeed zoom out a little bit, you'll see that there I can see the LED connected to pin 1 flashing on and off repeatedly. You can test all of your Arduino programs like this, although do be aware that there is a little bit of lag on this software. It's not perfect, but it will let you see whether your programs work. Okay, that's it for this one. So here's a new version of the Blink program. And in this one, you can see that all I've done is add some comments here. At the start, a large block of comments, and a few comments on each line of code explaining what's going on. It's very important to comment your code so that if someone else needs to look at it, they can understand what you were trying to do. It also means that if you leave your code for a long time and then come back to it, you can remember what it was that you were trying to do. This example of blink is actually the official example from the examples section you can see here. Now, programs that turn outputs on and off are all very well, but computer systems aren't very useful if they don't have inputs. Think about your PC. If there was no mouse or keyboard or touchscreen, it wouldn't be the most useful piece of equipment if it only ran the same code over and over again, regardless of what was happening around it. So in our Arduino programs, we need to learn how to control code based on inputs as well. And the first type of input that we're going to look at is the simple button input, which is a digital input.